what is usually called Air Force One, but today is redesignated Special Air Mission 41. 54 degrees and sunny outside. I'm Juliette Huddy with your headlines. The casket carrying former President George H.W. Bush is set to arrive in Washington later today. Mr. Bush died in Houston Friday at age 94. He will be one of a few select people whose bodies have lied and stayed at the U.S. Capitol Rotunda. His funeral will be held at Washington's National Cathedral on Wednesday. Meantime, flags on government buildings across New York State will fly at half-staff starting Tuesday to honor the president. Governor Cuomo issued a directive calling the late president a statesman and a patriot who dedicated his life to serving his country. Flags in New York will remain at half-staff through Thursday, and 41 funerals in Houston and burial at the George Bush Presidential Library at Texas A&M University in College Station. Meantime, Brooklyn police on the hunt for an alleged rapist. It happened early Saturday morning near Berkeley Street and Dumont Avenue in Brownsville. The New York Post reporting a man posing as a Good Samaritan helped get a drunken woman into a taxi cab, and after that cab pulled away, the guy offered to walk her 20-year-old friend home. As they neared Betsy Head Park, he dragged her inside and raped her. You see video of the suspect on ABC7NY.com. And hip-hop queen Cardi B heading to court today. WABC's Sarah Lee Kessler explains.
Police say the Bronx-born rapper and members of her entourage threw chairs and bottles at two bartenders' sisters inside HO Strip Club in Flushing back in August. There are reports that Cardi B suspected her husband, the rapper Offset, was cheating on her with one of the bartenders. The 26-year-old faces misdemeanor assault and reckless endangerment charges. I'm Sarah Lee Kessler for 77 WABC News.
And the NYPD and the internet turning an engagement nightmare into a holiday miracle. A British couple has just gotten engaged in Central Park when the soon-to-be groom accidentally dropped the ring into a grate in the middle of Times Square. Police couldn't find it. The couple flew back home, but the NYPD, they were not finished. A detective turned real-life Santa Claus found the ring.
Like finding a needle in a haystack? You know, fortunately, this one has a good ending to it.
But the only problem was they couldn't find the couple. They never left their names. Enter the internet. Video surveillance of the ring drop seen around the world went viral. The couple was found, and the NYPD is mailing the sparkler back to England. Traffic and weather up next. WABC News Time 10:02.
77 WABC, the Newbury and Sid in the morning. Mark Logan. Well, Mark, I just want to tell you, listeners, you are a special man, and I don't say this often about a lot of people. Nobody's smarter, and you got it very, very early, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate all your help and all your genius. You're not supposed to be on stage in front of a lot of television and a lot of people, and I said, nope, I have to do the Mark call first. That's more important to me. The great one, Mark Logan, weeknight 6 to 9, for John Bachelor. 77.
It's Sid from Bernie and Sid in the morning. Don't be that guy who waits until the new year to get back into shape. There's no time like the present to get back into a routine. And take it from me, M-Drive can help. M-Drive contains clinically tested ingredients that help increase energy and boost your natural T level. M-Drive also helps increase your overall performance. I'm talking about strength, stamina, endurance, vitality, and recovery. Now, M-Drive has a product specifically designed for you. If you exercise hard every day like me, there's M-Drive Elite with 5 clinically tested ingredients. M-Drive Boost and Firm will help you shed those extra pounds. And for the guy who needs to change energy to get him through the work days, there's M-Drive Workforce, now available in Walmart. And if you're looking to just get started, there's M-Drive Prime. Purchase M-Drive at Dwayne Reed, Walgreens, Vitamin Shop, GNC, and many other fine retail locations. But for my listeners only, I have a spectacular new offer. Go to mdrivefit.com, type in the promo code SID, S-I-D, and you'll receive 25% off your purchase. Refind your Prime with M-Drive.
It's now sponsored by Staples. Staples is a printer wonderland this holiday. Save $150 on the S1600026 with up to 2 years of ink in the box. Plus, trade in your old printer and get another $50 off. Do it before this holiday at Staples. Offer ends. Call 8 for details.
It's been a busy boy today. Tom, note what's going on in the traffic law.
I have indeed, Juliet. Unfortunately, a busy me means tough going out there on the road. Latest jam up the Garden State Parkway, multi-mile tie-up, southbound exit 130 Woodbridge. Crews working on the remains of a vehicle fire. 3 of the 4 lanes are blocked off. Had an accident earlier at the bottom of the Bronx stop on the Bruckner. That's now been cleared, but there's still a crash coming down the Gowanus in Brooklyn at 39th Street. And the northbound West Shore Expressway. Ongoing work to an accident at Victory Boulevard. Very heavy delays. This report is sponsored by New York State of Health. New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. For coverage starting January 1st, the enrollment deadline is Saturday, December 15th. Don't wait. To enroll, go to nystateofhealth.ny.gov. That's nystateofhealth.ny.gov. From the RayCatina.com Traffic Center, I'm Tom Luke on 77 WABC. This is Channel 7's Bill Evans with the forecast.
We're looking at temperature right now, 55 degrees. We're going to go to about 58 this afternoon. It's going to be warm, way warmer than normal. Normal average afternoon temperature is about 48. But I'm watching a cold front now coming in the western New York State. Snow showers around the lake. It won't snow here. It'll be too warm for that. But the air that gets here is going to be much colder. That comes in after sunset this evening. Drops the low down to 41 in the city to about 31 northwest. Tomorrow we got sunshine, 41 is the high. The low is going to be about 28. Even colder on Wednesday with a high of 39. So the real feels over the next few days. 20s at night and 30s during the day. This is meteorologist but other 77 WABC where New York comes to talk. Now, the Chris Platt Show. Radio talk shows. Chris Platt, WABC.
Over the weekend, first and foremost, of course, the passing of the 41st President of the United States, George Herbert Walker Bush. At the age of 94, the father of the father-son presidential team, the senior George Herbert Walker Bush, passing away quietly. Mere months after the passing of his wife, Barbara Bush, the decorated World War II Navy pilot, whose resume is the most extraordinary of any president, certainly, that we have ever had, leading up to his time as President of the United States, and a good and decent man being honored all the way around the horn, except, the news media. The news media we have, they see this as an opportunity to use President George Herbert Walker Bush's approach to politics as a weapon to be used against the current president, Donald John Trump, because that's what they do. They can't help themselves. The Washington Post yesterday had a front page story on the passing of President Bush, and in the first 4 paragraphs there were 2 attacks on President Trump. Now, there's no grace period, there's no grace, there's no waiting, there's no pause, there's no sense of decency, there's no sense of reverence. There's only the mission, and the mission is get Trump. And the news media across the spectrum, on television, in print, they see this as an opportunity to compare and contrast George Herbert Walker Bush and his style, his approach, obviously very different than President Trump's style and approach, to the style and approach of President Trump. Unfavorably, naturally, otherwise they wouldn't be making the comparison, naturally. So, the passing of President Bush, whose remains are in Texas as we speak. However, they will be in about an hour, I believe, departing aboard one of the Air Force 747s with the Air Force One airplanes, as we recognize these airplanes. Tail number 29,000, I believe, if my television was correct this morning. The President's remains will be brought to Washington, D.C. by way of one of the Air Force 747s used as Air Force One. The Bush family will be aboard the aircraft as well. Will arrive at Joint Base Andrews, just outside of Washington, D.C. Motorcade with hearse will transport the remains to the United States Capitol. There will be I assume, a brief ceremony at Andrews as well. There will be a ceremony on the east front of the United States Capitol later on this afternoon, I believe 4:45 p.m. as the casket flag draped is transported up the steps of the east front of the Capitol, looking toward the Supreme Court and the Library of Congress. The casket will be placed in the center of the rotunda
to say, under the dome of the Capitol. And the president will lie in state there until Wednesday morning, when he will be transported back to Texas. On Thursday, there will be a more private funeral service. It still won't be private and small, but it will still be big. And then the remains will be transported to the George Herbert Walker Bush Presidential Library, where he will be buried with his wife, Barbara Bush, who died, I think, just months ago. And the end of an extraordinary life, an absolutely extraordinary life, but truly amazing life. And we've been talking about the passing of President Bush, about President Bush himself this morning. And with that, there's also a great deal of other news and other stories to get to. Liberals being liberals, it didn't stop over the weekend, that's for sure. And there are a number of great stories to get to about war hoaxes, war hate crime hoaxes. I love victimization. I don't know what to do with lefties and victimization. They teach it. It should be a major in college. You can get a degree in why I'm a victim, a degree in victimology. But amazing stories over the weekend about fake hate crimes, I guess. Another portmanteau, combining fake and hate. Fake crimes. I have to work on that. There's space already work. We'll get to that. At Goucher College, at Drake University, and of course Ben Shapiro. These campuses, they really don't like the Jews, these lefties. A Jewish guy wants to show up and speak. Perfectly mainstream guy, Ben Shapiro. Smart guy, reasonable guy. Where's the yarmulke? So, there are lefties that are big on not letting him speak. Young guy, smart, crisp, clever, insightful. So they banned him from speaking on college campuses because Sieg Heil might have shot. I mean, what possible explanation could there be for that, other than the neo-fascism that is practiced by the so frequently anti-Semitic left? We had that swastikas at another college in New York City last week. Columbia College, not Columbia University. The red swastika spray painted inside the office of a college professor, the septuagenarian college professor. And I don't believe they've caught anyone yet. I think they have cameras all over the place. I don't know why they haven't caught anyone yet. But I'm going to guess that it's going to have a very similar outcome. Because really, Columbia College in New York City, the halls are being roamed by anonymous Nazi skinheads with spray paint cans that nobody notices, or some lefty wants to be a victim. I'm thinking probably the latter is considerably more likely, based on my experience of this, having followed these things for such a long time. Neil deGrasse Tyson, another liberal hero, he's a professor too. These campuses really need to go through a reformation. Our college campuses are a disaster. They're a disaster for Western civilization. They really are. And when they elevate people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and so many other academic ranks that they have to positions of reverence, and then, Neil deGrasse Tyson, suffice to say, a series of allegations of sexual misconduct, which means, you know what that means, don't you? That means that due process is back in vogue. Not for then Judge Kavanaugh, now Justice Kavanaugh. Due process was not for him. But thankfully, due to dead, white, slave-owning, patriarchal founders of the United States of America, we have the concept of due process, which the left looks to do away with at every possible opportunity. See Justice Kavanaugh. But when it comes to them, and Michael Avenatti and Neil deGrasse Tyson and these other clowns, well, of course, they want to drown in due process for themselves. And what happened to that? You've got to believe the women thing. Well, that was then, this is now. That was for Republicans. For Democrats, you destroy the women. How about Keith Ellison? Keith Ellison, he's going to be the chief law enforcement officer of the state of Minnesota because Democrats have made him so. Keith Ellison, he beats the naked women and tells them to take out the garbage. If they don't take out the garbage enough, he slaps them around. And that's okay with the Democrats and with the news media, but I repeat myself, that's just fine. That's just fine. Don't worry about anything. The media's got this covered for you. And the Democrat Party. Yeah, you know, so he beats some women from time to time. What does that mean? He's disqualified to be the chief law enforcement officer of the state of Minnesota? I don't know why that would be an issue. And of course, the radio station, I've got to get into this in some depth. Radio station that banned the song Baby It's Cold Outside. Baby It's Cold Outside from 1944 is being banned by liberals, right? Not the Dr. Dre song, Deep Water. That's not being banned. So I even make the beat. I can't even read the lines. I literally can't even read the lines. I'm going to get into this in a little bit, but the things that they choose to ban versus the things that, there's so many things. Baby It's Cold Outside from 1944 they're banning. Too offensive. Too offensive. But they just gave the Pulitzer Prize to Kendrick Lamar, whose lyrics I could not read here without being fined millions of dollars by the FCC. He gets the Pulitzer Prize. Baby It's Cold Outside gets the boot because they protected Harvey Weinstein for 4 decades. That's basically what. Absolute insanity. But the usual stuff from the usual cast of characters, let's say. We're at 888-630-9625. 888-630-9625. Also, Paris is burning because the left is upset. And there's a great lefty Maureen Dowd columnist, you know this woman, lefty columnist Maureen Dowd, a Clinton worshiper from the very beginning, a shill at the New York Times for the Clintons and the Democrat Party, one of their many flying monkeys, one of their many minions. Well, she typed up a piece over the weekend that kind of tells the truth about the Clintons, and the Clintons don't want that. Boy, do they not want that. But it's a great piece for people that are not fans of the Clintons. Also, President Trump, China, tariffs, good stuff going on there. Mexican officials arriving in Washington, D.C. for talks with the Trump administration today about what's going on in our southern border. You know, the caravan that Jim Acosta assured us didn't exist, was 1,000 miles away, was 800 miles away, was never going to get here, wasn't going to attack our border. You know, Jim Acosta, the award-winning journalist, he's going to get more awards this year, too, for getting everything wrong. That's how the best way to incite block in American television. Mexican officials meeting with Trump administration officials today on how to resolve the issues that we have with the caravans on the southern border. The Democrats have a plan. It's called Open the Border, man. Open the border. So lots of things to get to in addition to the passing of President Bush. But a very, very important American, one of, you know, the key figures of the demise of the Soviet Union, the end of the Cold War. He was President of the United States and presiding over the world, as Dr. Evil likes to say, when the Berlin Wall came tumbling down, and an all-around great American. I've been talking about it for an hour or so here. Let's go to Dave Tibberian today for Michael Piercy. Dave, let's go to the telephones, talking about President George Herbert Walker Bush, who passed away at the age of 94 over the weekend. And the news media's reaction to it, of course, is just what you'd expect. They now pretend, which is a lie, that they liked and respected President Bush. And they use President Bush's niceness and decency to attack President Trump, which is really all they want to do anyway. So it's just another opportunity to tee up an attack on President Trump, and that's what they're doing. And I predicted it, early on Saturday night. I was texting my friends, hey, look, CNN's already turned the corner. They're already using the death of George Bush to attack President Trump. What a shock. It's their default mode. They don't know what else to do. Let's go to Nick in McLean, Virginia. Nick, you're on the Chris Plank Show.
Hey, good morning, Chris. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
So I have a George Bush story. I was a young lieutenant senior grade on the USS Kinzak, a nuclear submarine in Norfolk, when in September of 1984, the vice president came to commemorate the anniversary of him being shot down and picked up by the first USS Kinzak.
That's the name of the submarine that scooped
Was he a JG at the time also when he was
He
rescued?
was also a JG, ironically, so I had the honor to be the officer of the deck and grant permission for him to come aboard that morning. And escorted him down, and of course Barger was there, so the vice president went down first because Barger was in a dress, and it's a vertical ladder.
Sure, yeah, sure.
And he chatted with a couple of young officers in the wardroom, and I'll never forget what he said. He said that when he was in the Navy, all the ships smelled of sweat and oil and gunpowder and diesel. And now when he goes into the Navy, it always smells of brass polish, fresh painted floor wax. He just doesn't understand it. And he gave us a great big wink, knowing that we've been working hard to make the ship ready for his visit.
That's right.
So he knew darn well